Thank you for watching Shady V'Chamishi. Had a good surf today and a wonderful Fabrengen Shabbos. Everything in Malibu was really good. I got questions about whether or not the story of Purim story, Mordechai, who's Achashverosh, which king, what era did it happen? Is it historic? Well, here is the roots and the facts that we do know in terms of getting you better information, which is, there was a king who sent Nehemiah to Jerusalem, and you'll listen and enjoy. There are lots of historical things that are related to why such a story was written.
Thou art a God ready to pardon, gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness. Nehemiah chapter 9, verse 17, King James Version. Plot summary. Nehemiah. Approximately 80 years after the initial return from exile, things were still not going well in Jerusalem. Ezra may have been great at the law and a true genius if he is the man who crafted the Torah, but his divorce ruling hadn't made him popular among the locals. When Ezra also proved ineffective as a civil administrator, the Persian king Artaxerxes dispatched a Jewish cupbearer, an official presumably charged with testing the king's drinks for poison, named Nehemiah, living in Susa, Shush in modern Iran, to Jerusalem in 445 BCE. In the geopolitics of the period, Artaxerxes was interested in establishing a strong, loyal ally in Jerusalem to counter any potential threat from Egypt. The king commissioned Nehemiah to supervise repairs to the walls of Jerusalem, which had been breached and damaged in the Babylonian invasion in 587 BCE and had crumbled from neglect during the intervening years. Nehemiah quickly began a repair program, endearing himself to the locals in the meantime by canceling all debts, since Jews were not supposed to charge fellow Jews interest. This move proved far more popular with the citizens of Jerusalem than Ezra's decision to make them give up their non-Jewish wives had been. Much of Nehemiah is concerned with the reconstruction of Jerusalem's walls and watchtowers. When these public works were completed, Ezra was invited to rededicate the city by reading from the Book of Moses. Nehemiah returned to Persia, but in his absence, laxity set in, and he had to return to Jerusalem once more, possibly in 433, to lay down a new set of local laws. Gates were closed to merchants on the Sabbath, and the issue of intermarriage was pushed to center stage once more. In the historical sense, the Ezra-Nehemiah period also reflected a change in political realities for the Jewish people.
Gotta give my friend the key.
Recognizing the power of Persia.
Yeah, this is basically, the more history you get, the more clear things become, and the more sophisticated you become, the more problems you see become simple. Everything becomes simple to you. That's why you see the difference between educated communities and communities where people are yelling things and they don't quite sure know what they're saying, but they're not bad people. We give what we have. If we don't have education, we can only offer confusion, but we're really giving what we believe is the right thing to do. People living 2,000 years ago behaved in ways that they thought was the right thing to do. Today, we understand that we're getting a much better morality and a much better logic system based on years of deliberation and better ethics and better philosophy because we took our time. Thank you for watching.